Unfortunately, I'm not going to cheer you up. Some ends. You stumble in the front door, rush hour weary, to find your relationship on the floor, gasping for air. You're tempted to kick it, but instead step over and head to the kitchen for a glass of milk. But the milk, like so many things, has gone sour. And the worst thing about sour milk is not the smell, but how it looks when it separates. It's hard to believe those unwholesome chunks and that sickly liquid were ever together. Something that was supposed to be good for you. You leave the carton on the counter with the dishes you should be washing, a chore you can't bring yourself to do anymore, like pretending to enjoy the sex. It's not the same. You feel it's just a way to pass the time, to preempt the arguments that are inevitable when promises start to pop and shatter like glass in an opera house. The guilt that follows swallows you whole. It's not exactly bad sex now, it's just that it was so much better before, when you still loved each other, or at least when you still liked each other, before you turned into curds and whey. Back in the living room, the romance is dying. It stares up at you from the hardwood floor, its eyes pleading, and you swallow hard, look away, and then pull the trigger. So a lot of the poems in the book that is finally going to get published later this year are about my family. And I used to write about my family a lot, and then I stopped. And in the last year or two, I've started writing about them again. So this is a newer piece called Two Ships Passing. Ships that pass in the night and speak each other in passing, only a signal shown and a distant voice in the darkness. So on the ocean of life we pass and speak one another, only a look and a voice, then darkness again and a silence. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. 1. The first time you see me is proof that there's no such thing as love at first sight. Me, a few hours old in an incubator in a Chicago hospital, peering into the nursery, you pick the wrong baby. My mother corrects you, points me out, you say, but she looks white. 2. I am 19 when you walk past me at Penn Station, an hour after you were supposed to meet me there. You, in a beat-up motorcycle jacket and Bauhaus t-shirt. Me, with a shaved head and a nose ring that briefly convince you that I am my mother playing a trick on you. We ride the packed path train together in silence, and when we arrive at your house in Jersey City, my having run out of cigarettes the night before gives you a chance to escape and an opportunity to finally give me something I need. Oh, God. Later that night, your wife, Zoe, suggests another remedy after my brother is tucked away in his bed. She asks if I smoke reefa, orders you to retrieve the marijuana from your room upstairs. You're not going to hide it from her, she says. It's too late to stop being a father now. The pachyderm in the corner tries vainly to shield its eyes from the smoke. 3. We decide to meet at a barbecue joint on the Lower East Side. It's years later now. I'm living in California, and this time it's just us. No stepmother, no half-brother, just us. Too nervous to eat, we sit at the bar, drink Manhattans. You are funny. I hear my laughter in your laughter, or perhaps your laughter in mine. The whiskey flows and we become easy with each other. You promise to help me if I go to grad school. You finally apologize for your elephantine absence of decades. You say, I love you. And now the bartender thinks we are on a date. Oh. I am tipsy, but I remember who you are. He's my father, I say, and the words taste so foreign in my mouth. 4. I never see you again. Oh. I'd like to say that one's not finished yet, but who knows. All right, this is my last one. There's always an explanation, step-by-step instructions, quick reference guide, a handbook. How to fall in love. How to fall out of it. Amazing that with all the falling around here, no one gets hurt. Step 1, smile. Step 2, get used to smiling. We'll get to step 3 in a minute, but first, a caveat. Someone always gets hurt. Read the disclaimer. It's hidden in every package under the wrapper in really small print. Muscles remember. The heart is a muscle. Break it, it may forgive you, but it'll never forget. Blame it on muscle memory. History is etched into every fiber. Myelins alive with stories they're telling is a reflex, a heartbeat, an involuntary movement, a repetitive motion, heartbeat, a repetitive motion, heartbeat, repetitive stress, injuries, revisited. History is etched into every fiber is doomed to repeat it. We will never forget, they chant. We will never forget. Note, it takes 43 muscles to frown and 17 to smile. Step 3, keep smiling. The heart gets stuck in an endless loop, a broken record, a record skipping. A record is evidence, proof that you were there. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, just record it. Step 4, go back to step 3. It's that damn muscle memory again. Play it back. Side A, the first time your heart was broken. Side B, the first time your heart was broken. It'll never forget. History is etched into every fiber. Myelins alive with stories they're telling is a reflex. The heart, a record skipping. Step 5, go back to step 1. Your muscles will remember. Thank you.